So PJ Washington has been linked to the Cavs for some weeks now, and rightfully so. The Cavs could use a player like him, and getting him via sign and trade will help this team a ton, man. So given that, you already know I fired up the trade machine and got to cooking. Now, a common package people have put together is one that consists of Isaac Okoro, Dean Wade, Ricky Rubio, and a couple second-round picks going to the Hornets in a sign and trade for PJ Washington. But here's the issue. Number one, are we totally sure that Charlotte would be all the way enticed by that offer? And two, a package with Ricky Rubio will probably not make all that much sense right now with the news of him taking a year off for mental health reasons. God bless him. So with those two things being said, what in the world should these Cavs do to acquire a guy in PJ Washington that they clearly have their eye on? Well, look everybody, your boy here has got an idea that not only kills two birds with one stone for the Cavs, but also presents a bargain of a price for the Cavs. But here's a disclaimer, it does involve an all-star player from the Cavs being traded. Now, like I said before, Ricky Rubio likely is not being traded. So if the Cavs want PJ Washington, they have to do something with Rubio's money to make space for a new contract for PJ Washington. Before I present to you guys the trade that I came up with, I want to explain this quick thing about Ricky Rubio, and this thing is vital when it comes to acquiring PJ Washington. Given the fact that Rubio will not play this year, the Cavs are probably going to void his $6 million in money that he was scheduled to be paid this year. This would allow the Cavs to save $6 million in cap space, and that would be money that not only puts them even more under the luxury tax, but also creates some more money to spend to go out to get PJ Washington. This would give them about $9 to $10 million in cap space to spend, along with Dean Wade's tradable contract. Now, this will all make it easier to do a sign and trade to get PJ Washington. And with this being said, it's time to unveil the 3-team trade that I cooked up in the trade machine. So here it is. The New Orleans Pelicans, as the third team in the deal, received Jarrett Allen. The Hornets received Dean Wade from the Cavs, Najee Marshall from the Pelicans, a 2024 second-round pick from the Cavs, and a 2024 first-round pick from the New Orleans Pelicans, which is used to pay the price for a guy in Jarrett Allen that they are reportedly fiending for via trade. And to finish it off, the Cavs received PJ Washington, a 2027 second-round pick, and Jonas Valanciunas to replace Jarrett Allen. Everyone, in this trade, the Cavs would essentially receive PJ Washington and Jonas Valanciunas in exchange for Jarrett Allen and Dean Wade, and that's it, without giving up Isaac Okoro and staying under the luxury tax. That sounds pretty nice, right? It should. It's incredible value and fills the Cavs' biggest holes, which I'll get into in a minute. To outline the trade though, the Hornets receive a first rounder, a second rounder, Dean Wade, and Najee Marshall for PJ Washington, which is a good cap saving and pick compensating trade for them. Meanwhile, the Pelicans finally get their guy in Jarrett Allen for a very ideal package of Valanciunas, Marshall, and a first round pick. Now, how do the Cavs benefit from this trade? Well, let's dive into that. The Cavs via sign and trade are able to get a perfect fit in PJ Washington, who is a sizable 15-point per game scoring 3-and-D wing that the Cavs have really been looking for all this offseason. Now, they did sign Max Strus, but PJ Washington is just another level of good, and they get him by essentially getting the Pelicans to pay the price for PJ Washington with that 2024 first round pick, with the Cavs also giving up Dean Wade. Now, obviously, we've heard the reports about the Cavs listening to offers about Jarrett Allen, and with the Pelicans being one of those teams that really want him, why not trade JA to New Orleans and probably a post-scoring, 3-point shooting stretch big and Jonas Valanciunas that the Cavs actually kind of need. And also to mention, he puts up the same amount of points per game and rebounds per game as Jarrett Allen. Also to mention, Jonas is also a pretty good defender. Not as good as Jarrett Allen, but still good. And I think offensively, Jonas would be a better fit next to Evan Mobley and would give Mitchell and Garland more space on the floor to work, given that Jonas can stretch the floor and knock down threes when needed. Something else I think should be highlighted in all of this is that Jonas also has got tons more girth than Jarrett Allen. It's just the fact that Valanciunas has proven to play well versus the bigger and bulkier centers, especially defensively. defensively, and that's something that Jarrett Allen kind of has had a problem with. I think when you look at Valanciunas' play style, I think it's the only play style type that really be worth trading for Jarrett Allen, mainly because it's just what the Cavs need at this time at power forward or center, next to Evan Mobley. And look, it should also be mentioned that trading Jarrett Allen's contract, which is $5 million more pricier than Valanciunas' contract, also helps bring in PJ Washington's new contract. Overall, I think this trade gives the Cavs two good defenders who can shoot well from deep and gives them a center or power forward with tons more girth than Jarrett Allen. And like I said before, you also get to keep Isaac Okoro and stay under the luxury tax. And in my opinion, it also gives you another shot at fulfilling the time that you have with Donovan Mitchell on your roster. I also think that getting PJ Washington will also allow the Cavs to put Isaac Okoro up against more guards on defense instead of the bigger and taller wings, because that's something PJ Washington does well, guard the bigger and taller wings. Okoro, he's a little bit shorter, so he is better guarding the guards. I think it's key to note that PJ Washington on his team helps Okoro be in more places that he's comfortable on the defensive side of the court. Look, while some of you guys may be skeptical about trading Jarrett Allen, I think given his lackluster playoff performance versus the Knicks and his questionable fit next to Evan Mobley, I don't think it's a bad idea to trade him for a guy of Jonas Valanciunas' skill set who will fit better next to Evan Mobley because of his shooting and girth, and the fact that Valanciunas would allow the Cavs to have more floor spacing. I think the only legit concern for me is the age difference. Jonas is 31 while Jarrett Allen is 25. While Jonas isn't really technically old and still can contribute really well to your basketball team, you do obviously like to prioritize youth. But look, he's only on a 1-year deal, and look, he is a bargain at $15 million. And I just think that this trade package of only giving up Jarrett Allen and Dean Wade for two good players and then also keeping Isaac Okoro is just too good to pass up on. I just feel that Washington and Valanciunas would just shore up so many of the Cavs' prior weaknesses from last year. And look, man, offseason of getting PJ Washington, Max Strus, George Niang, a better fitting Jonas Valanciunas, a rookie Emoni Bates, a nice backup big in Damian Jones, and re-signing Caris Levert sounds like a pretty dope offseason to me. But I'll let y'all do the talking down in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Other than that, this is Malik, aka The Ranker of Dogs by the Sword, signing off. Peace out, and I'll see you on the other side. Peace.